Do an old school song now, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. The song is called I Love Rock and Roll. Your end result with the little backtrack that I put together should sound something like this. And you wait. And you can also do a riff higher as well. But let's analyze and break down what's actually happening here. Your first chord, if you've got your PDF in front of you, you'll see there's a 0 on the 6th string, the open 6th string here. And you've got your first finger in the 2nd fret. You can see it fretting strings 5 and fret 4 at the same time. Finger 1 flat. Please don't do this. You need that middle finger for that 3rd fret later. If your first finger is touching the 3rd string, that's quite alright because we're not meant to play it anyway. On your strumming hand, you're going to strum from the 6th string, 5th string and 4th string all at the same time, and it's a double strum. And your guitar needs to go dead quiet. Now it's a combination way to make sure your guitar is silent between that strum. The one is to simply bring your palm onto the bridge. You can see my palm tapping the strings here. And at this angle, so it's not too far back. I'm making sure that my palm just silences the strings. The other way is going to be using your fingers 2, 3 and 4, and watch this. They're still ringing, dead quiet. And what we're doing there, watch the strum again, is we're going to relax him and let these lie on the strings like this. Now I like a combination of both. It guarantees me complete silence. Okay, now you do it twice and you do it twice more, so it's going to be like this. And after that double E5 and E5 again, because it's an E5 power chord, that's an E5 chord, that's the E string, etc, etc. Okay, after this 2 E5s that we strummed twice in a row with a pause, we're going to do a quick 2-note riff, which is like this, which could be a hammer-on if you really wanted to. I like the picking because I'm going to put a little bit of a pinch harmonic with it if I want to. Okay, now all that's happening there is I'm striking the open 0 on the 6th string, and then I'm taking the middle finger that I spoke about onto fret number 3 of the 6th string, and I play him as well. And then for the next chord, an A5, you'll notice that your 022 that the tabs started with simply change strings, and this in turn means that your fingers do that. Not a big change. This is A5. And of course, if you come down a string, then you're going to strum from the 5th string, strings 5, 4 and 3, like that. So let's rewind, take it from the top. We're going to do the double E, the palm, double E again, the little riff, and onto the double A. Are we ready for this? 1, 2, 3, 4, and we got that same damping technique again after the A5. So listen to the original, go on YouTube, listen to the silent pauses. The gaps are crucial. We need those silent pauses, the silence between the chords at the right place. Okay, once you've done that, it goes to a B5, which is going to look like this. It's basically finger 1 at fret number 2 on the 5th string. I know some students do find a bit of a stretch, but it's a very important chord. We're going to use it a lot. And your ring finger or your pinky, I don't really mind which finger you use, you can choose there, needs to go to fret 4, string 4. I like the pinky, but lots of guitarists prefer the ring, so whichever one's cool, I'm good with that. And the strumming for that is simply going to be strings 5 and 4. So we're going to add now the B5 onto the riff so far, and we're going to have something that sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and easy so far. And then after that B5, you got another quick open 3, and you're back to the E5. You'll notice when I did that open 3, you'll notice my first, or my second finger rather, sorry, middle finger is doing, it's not just doing that, it's doing this. I'm giving a little bit of vibrato. It does actually happen on the original. So this would be Not incorrect, but this has just got a bit more dynamic. Gives a bit more life to it. So try and get the vibrato with your middle finger on that 3 as well. We're going to rewind again. We're going to take it through from the beginning to the B5. And we're going to add in another E5 after that. Are we ready for this? I'm going to count to 4. Get your E5 in place. Slow motion. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... Okay, one more time. I almost fluffed at one chord there, sitting at a bit of an awkward angle, but let's not make excuses. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and... And once you've done that, you start it again, which is exactly the same as at the beginning of the riff. And here comes the twister that I noticed some of the students found a little bit sneaky. It's going to be 1 strum on B, 1 strum on A, and 2 strums on E. But those 4 strums and 3 chords must be quite quick. Okay, so it's a nice quick B-A-E-E. Getting my alphabet early in the morning. Need more coffee. Okay, we got that. We're going to now rewind and take it from the absolute beginning, super slow motion. And I want you to play through with, and then we'll try it with the backtrack afterwards. Are we ready? 2 and 3 and 4 and... And then after that you're going to go, or you can do this, or you can do this. 3 different options. On the PDF I didn't put the high pitch one because I found it quite difficult, and some of the players with acoustic guitars couldn't get that high, and it's a really big jump if you have to go all the way from here back down to there. So we're just going to do 2 of them. It's a nice easy riff. Going to come in a bit closer again there, and let's see what's happening. You're going to play fret number 2, go in the 4th string, flick him off, 2 on the 5th string, so that's tiny pause, open 5th onto the 3rd on the 6th string. So it's going to be those 3 notes first quick, tiny pause, and then the next 2 notes quick. So in context, 2, 3, 4, and again I like vibratoing that 3 the same way we did in the other 0, 3 that we did earlier. And that is the riff after your. Now if you prefer the higher sound, which is also on your tab, also on your PDF, you can do this as well. And if you're playing with a friend of yours, get them to do maybe this one over here, and you do that one over there, and the 2 will work stunningly in unison as well. So it's not a harmony, it's octaves. Harmony is something different. We'll explain it in a different video. But right now we want to learn that riff. It's fingers 1 and 3 in frets 3 and 5 on the 2nd string. You pluck the 3, finger 3, pull off to finger 1. So it's going to go. Then the middle finger is going to come to string 3 on the 4th fret. And then finger 1 jumps back after a tiny pause to fret number 2 and opens. So it's going to be like this. So it sounds quite cool. You can hear the octave. And there you go. Okay, now I'm going to play it one more time with the backtrack so you can hear it. I'm going to go zoom out a bit there. And you're going to see I've got this little funny thing sitting at the back of here. You see him. Okay, that is called a tremolo arm. That's its correct name. Also called a whammy bar. And it gives this type of effect. I'm going to play an E5 chord. Watch this. And you can actually hear and see me obviously in the video do this when you get to have played the entire cycle, or cycle through rather, the entire progression. So watch for this at the end of the riff. Okay, from the top I want to play with 2, 3, 4 and Now I'm going to do the octave higher. There it goes. Okay, sorry, I got a bit lost there in the heat of the whole strumming and focusing there, but you saw that tremolo arm working nicely at the end there. If you don't have a tremolo arm, no big deal, it's still going to sound pretty cool. So don't stress too much about not having it. I'm going to take one out. I very, very seldom use them, to be quite honest. I normally get in the way. But for those that have got one that think it's cool and want to try it, that's one application for them. It's obviously a whole lot more. And I'm just showing you here how it comes out. And there we go, one tremolo arm. We're not going to use it any further. That's your Isle of Rock and Roll. If you've got any questions, let me know. You should be able to do the song the whole way through. When the singing comes in, and just as well, before I forget, you're going to have the part where it goes, and she sings, I saw him standing there by the record machine. While she sings that, you don't do anything. So you get something like this, and excuse my voice, it's the only one I got. It's going to go, I saw him standing there by the record machine. And then, and it goes again. I knew he must have been about 17. That's going to be the B5. The chords are above it. And then you got that same. And when she sings, can I take you home where we can be alone? That's where the tremolo can kick in on the A chord. And that's pretty much your song. But if you got the introduction, if you got this, you're home dry, and that's also the chorus of the song. So when she sings, I love rock and roll, putting up a dime in the jukebox, baby, that's your riff. And everything works really, really cool. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this helps you. Let me know if there's any questions. Sorry about the one bad chord. Okay. And have an awesome week, and looking forward to hearing from you. Thank you.